Okay, so the comments that I'm not the first to say are sometimes the best comments, and the same comments that you've never heard before. It's funny, right? Because people don't know when they say things that stick with you forever, or what those things might be. Sometimes those things are like meant to be said, right? So, um, what was it? It started off, I was thinking about how, like, COVID is the new modern day Jesus, saving people that want to be on a wavelength so low that they have to hide behind, so saving himself. But there's no, there was never, there's no hidden hand that in the Matrix take you back to the first level. Somebody has to be stupid enough to make it a thing. And sometimes it takes a while to accept it, even if you already know. It's like shit. If I have value, then I know my time is worth something. And if I know that you know things that I don't know, that it should be, we can trade off and build each other up. And if I don't deserve it, you're never going to tell me I don't deserve it. You're just going to gaslight. I'll waste all my time. You know what I mean? And the whole time, they really don't care about any of that shit. Like, they really want to drill in that fucking, if you don't behave this way, or if you don't talk nice, or if you say bad thing, or if you get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I'm not in a state of mind where I just feel like going off. But every time I get together with these people, can you promise me that you're not going to say anything mean? I was like, you get me started thinking, and then I have to filter out everything that comes next. Like, I'm in a different mood if you don't knock it off. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't stop that shit, because that's an excuse for what you don't want to render, which is valuable information. If you think I'm not worth it, then it doesn't matter if you're in my family. Like, it doesn't, like, I shouldn't, like, and the thing is this, so I shouldn't tell them, because it's the whole, you already said, like, in some other ways, subtle, in some other more effective ways, I probably already have told them, without being like, yo, let me give you a piece of my mind, so they could be like, well, see, because then you're not getting shit. I'm still getting zero from you. If I tell you, how I feel, I'm not going to get anything other than zero, and I'm still letting my energy still escape, still getting out. I don't know if anybody's collecting it, but I'm not getting it, so I assume that it's gone, and it's not coming back, and I have to come up with somewhere else. I have to rejuvenate somehow and come back, because you don't have a permanent excuse to, saying like, I'm gonna end up becoming people's problem. If I quit, then I become someone else's problem, and then I have no dignity. And just because things are going okay now doesn't mean you stop work. Like, you have to think biannually, so that you don't have to think bi-monthly, so that you don't have to think bi-weekly, so you don't have to live day to day. And they just want to say, okay, well, now you've arrived, you've made it, you're successful. And like, no, I had a success, and I want to strategize how to maximize out of what we can pull to, like, what we can bring together. This is not, like, if you help me figure something out, I'm not leaving anybody in back. Like, why don't you get that idea out of your head, but you'd rather fearmonger. So that's why you can't hold this idea in the same head at the same time with fearmongering, with slogans, or weaponized sayings and like, it's like I don't have to go over all this shit anymore. We were doing this for a long time already. You don't watch any of those people. If you don't listen to me and fucking, you're not gonna watch a YouTube video. Oh, go look at this. Somebody else that shares my opinion. We already had time for that. So then you shouldn't have to remind me that you don't care about that shit anymore. I wouldn't either if I didn't. It's like I wouldn't have to either if it wasn't if we weren't hitting this, if I wasn't hitting this roadblock. And so like the roadblock is now a problem of my persistence then. Like it's because I don't get it that fucking go away. And like I don't get it. I'm not like we're not fucking with you at all. Like we're just pretending to be around for you and we're not. Why don't you get through the guy's head? Like, cause you don't want the rotten head fucked up Ahmed with all that empty back and forth. Sound like that is really not the shit that you need to get straightened out right now at all. Just no value in it. Like fucking get with the program. I mean, in your life, in their lives, they're with the program. They can't stand seeing anybody else trying to get with the program, and they don't. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't think I can. I don't think I'm supposed to. What's it called? Provide for them. They're already providers. It's just like you're not growing anymore. So it's not my business then if you don't want to grow. It just seemed like I wish I could have known this. But if I would have known this before, I would have been in like denial or something. Or if I would have known that before, I would have been like, nah. I would have given people the benefit of the doubt. I always get messed around by the nice people when they're having their time of being nice. Like I never get along with them when they're like feeling themselves in a good place or something like that. It's weird. It's like I'm taking them away from that, but then it can't just be that because you're telling me, put a mask on, this and that, and being fake. So it's not my fault entirely. It's not entirely my fault. Like, there was a time after I stopped drinking, there was a time when I used to always get reminded that they didn't want to see me drink at all. Like they did not want to be around if I drank at all. I couldn't even have one drink. And after a while, they fucking are. Now they're like, we didn't know that you ever drank. And I mean, I guess I don't believe it. That's not a real compliment. I don't understand why it's like if I'm bringing value, you gotta act like I'm censoring you, and you can't say anything on your mind. Oh, then I'm changing your nature. Like it's always fuck, man. I'm thinking what most people are saying right now, and like, well, why do you subject yourself to this much? Just fucking cut them loose because the Christ energy needs you to cut them loose in order to culminate what you were explaining. Fuck, are you ever gonna build people up? Like you're just saying you're electing rather to build people up rather than tear them down. But I'm not exercising that yet. Like really, it's like Like, no, like, is I don't really know anybody who's ready really for me to like do, you know. It's like I would help anybody, but it's nobody to let you help them. It's like they they get jealous, they get weird, they don't let you explain things because everything's a scam, and then who knows, they could even be plotting on you. You know what I mean? Like this fake smile when when you're being genuine, and they're like just kind of like this kind of fucked up smile shit. It's like reflecting. I hate, like I don't like you. Like you just don't get it. Smile like I'm just tolerating you. Smile, but they don't let on that they're just tolerating. It's like, oh, as soon as you get with the program, we're ready to go. Now you get with the program and you look around, you see nobody else is with the program. We're not doing that anymore. We don't take planes, trains, buses, automobiles no more. Stay inside. Nobody wants. Everybody's quit. You know, everybody wants to get unemployment, and fucking they want to quit. And so what, nigga? Wake your game up. Wake your game up, cause everybody has to hustle. Like you're not. Where's it gonna come from? Like, where's the productivity that's going into your face gonna come from? They're not thinking like that though. It would be a thing if that's how people were thinking, but they're thinking more like fucking I'm like when they say like fucking like they gotta uproot somebody to have something. If you want to get something nice, you gotta uproot somebody who didn't deserve it. You gotta determine who doesn't deserve it, like as if we know. I don't trust nobody to be an arbitrator of that shit. What I don't do I trust myself? I'd have to say no, because good intentions, the roads to hell is paved with good intentions. And if I say, well, just because I know myself and I know my own mind, right? Who's gonna be happy with that? You have to expect nobody's gonna be happy with that. And so fucking we should, you don't like, it's not just it's not just black people that they're trying to convince we need a leader either. It's everybody. Who's they? They. Oh, power, power, power jockeys. Power jockeys got to convince people that we need leadership, or the world would devolve into chaos. But even they know with chaos comes order, right? So agents of chaos. Send out the agents of chaos, and when it's when it works to the behest of a power jockey, when it's something that helps them to wield their influence, that's go time. Not any other time. Otherwise, the spell would just not be effective. Like water off a duck, it wouldn't even have any. It wouldn't have any traction, and it would not be seeded into the public psyche. So they wouldn't fuck with that. Anything like that. There are certain days out of the calendar month and certain what's this, alignments of different like planets in the solar system, because the planets are fallen angels, and they in a cosmic way, it's like energies that rise on the eastern horizon and set in the west are the same energies that nation building is kind of correlated. uh, na- uh, nation Nations are born alongside of those energies. For them to take seed the public psyche, they have certain celestial like marriages, like certain particular days, and yeah, I said that already. But those dates are important. We get certain holidays for maybe some more significant reasons than what's kind of being put out there. Like all of these, they were all these energies were all Christ energies. They were all Christ energies, and they all culminated in a hierarchy that like the polarity can weaken and then sort of reversal, and you end up with a new protagonist and a new antithesis to the protagonist. I know people say antagonist, but it's not that. It's not trying to antagonize, actually trying to hold back more evil energies than what the antithesis is supposed to represent. So the Christ will hold back energies that are more evil, right? And so will the antithesis, right? The Satan is holding back energies that we have to wonder what they are. We just know that they're far worse than any of the demons in the Goetia, right? And holding back those energies is actually supporting the role, the Christ role. And as a matter of fact, right, both of those roles are God. So like there's the Antichrist and the Christ are not the same, right? However, they can both be complementary, as well as the devil being good company when you're in a foxhole or these kind of things. Like they see someone out there that was really brave and valor, you would say you're the devil out there. Or if you see a woman that was super attractive and delicious, you're going to be like, she's the incarnation of the devil. She'll make you do wrong. That's a compliment, believe it or not. Like we use it. So yeah,